Working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The post-Tom Brady era starts now. It's the Bucs and Vikings underway to begin 2023. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins looking to put it up right away. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Addison will go in motion left. Play fake. Cousins. Into the hands of... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. A beautiful fake. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off the play fake, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rashad White. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Why you give it up? Oh, come on. You guys can do better than that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Smart move before that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force it both down.
And this one is right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. White, he'll try the left side. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. About ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Madison will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together. There he goes, left side. Now he's free to midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. White again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Baker changing the play at the line. Once again, it's White. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They had put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, here's White. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
122 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On the move to his left.
It's the check down throw to White.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trey Palmer
With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing
But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cunningham looking to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way.
I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's taken in by Palmer. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a toss right side with White. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go with White on the counter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Mayfield now on second down. Open man, it's Palmer. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Buccaneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a throw here, hold in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Cunningham. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cunningham. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 40 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The Cunningham's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now Cunningham. This goes out wide from Madison. Touchdown! Alexander Madison. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Levante David in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Cunningham. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Madison running on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now they're in the hurry-up. Addison will go in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Come on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Cunningham to throw. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 21. A good pickup there at 22.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
Ready.
On first down, it's Cunningham.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Cunningham.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
155 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and a yard.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here from the 38. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 202 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
3rd and goal, the ball at the 11.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of